I've got 5 homes that I will show you on my screen that all have acreage from 1 to 5 acre lots. All of them are under 500K and all of them are here in the Rockwall and East DFW area. Some of these, honestly, I wasn't expecting to find at this price. A couple of them have things on the land that most people just flat out overlook. We're gonna go through all of them. I'm going to tell you what I see, what I'd wanna check out if I was viewing it in person, and I'll let you decide which one fits for you. I'm Kenneth Holland, your local Dallas-Fort Worth residential friendly realtor, and if you're looking for a home in the Dallas area with more land and less houses around, I can help you with that. Please call me. Okay, we're here at home number 1. This is 116 Quinta Cir in Royse City. The asking price here is $469K. It's offered by Danielle Burleson. She's a great listing agent. I like this home a lot. It was built in 1995, so some people might say it's a little bit on the older side, but hey, it's not, because that's when I was a teenager. But the outside, if it was me, I would paint it a little bit. I would put a little bit of paint on it. I like painted brick. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. Let's look at the outside and let's talk about that. So you've got a 3-car garage that is attached to the house. But in addition to that, you have a shop off to the right of the house. Let's look at this real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom in here. So you're gonna come up the driveway right over here. And then this is your 3-car garage here. Now, off to the right over here, you have this shop area. So if you need extra storage space or you want to do maybe woodworking, something like that, you've got a great area to do that. You also have a little area here, a trailer area outside. Now, side note, if you own acreage, whether it's an acre, acre and a half, 5 acres, 10 acres, you're going to have trailers. Even if they're not your trailers, you're going to have friends and buddies that ask you to store their trailer. Trust me, I'm usually storing 2 buddies' trailers at a time. That's the limit. My wife won't let me do any more besides, the boat that I have and also the kayaks we have. So anyways, so back on this property, this is where the property line is going to go. It's going to go back over here in this corner, go all the way to this corner. Then it comes down at an angle. Let me raise this up a little bit. It's almost like where you can see where it's mowed. So boom, boom here, and then it goes back over here and back over here. So basically all this is your property. They've got the driveway from what I'm seeing looks pretty good. You got a culvert system here, you got some curves there. So I might want to check this part out in person. It's a little bit darker, so maybe water sits there a little bit more than it should, but that can easily be remedied. But it looks pretty good. So out here in the back area, they do have an area fenced off. Maybe they got a pet here. It looks like they got a trampoline. So maybe they just want a small area where they can keep track of maybe their kiddos or their pets. And then everything else is wide open. So this isn't a subdivision, it's the Buena Vista subdivision. But the good thing about this is there is no HOA, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, look how far away you are from your neighbors. You're close enough, but you're far enough to give you some breathing room. You got a neighbor here, neighbor there, and you got your next door neighbor here, which is still not too bad at all. I mean, their garage, I believe, is right here. And then I'm guessing your bedroom is somewhere in this area. So you've got plenty of room where you won't even hear each other. You got plenty of room for privacy. Okay, so the lot does have plenty of trees on it, as you can tell here. Let's zoom in on this one. Oops. Okay, so we'll go here. You got a good shot of my forehead. Sorry about that. So you've got trees here, 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 here. You don't have a ton of trees, but you still have a good amount of trees on the property. Okay, so like I said, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's 1,761 square feet. It's built in 1995, so it is pre-owned. Brick exterior. Let's look at the patio here. This is a covered patio, so they've extended their concrete. You can see right here and then back over here. It looks like it's done pretty well. It looks like a metal roof, which actually looks really nice in my opinion. So the concrete work looks good. I'll give them an A+ on that. Let's go ahead now and let's look at the inside. Let's start at the kitchen area. I know that's a real popular spot we all like to look at. The home, it has been updated. So 1995, it's been well kept outside and inside. In the inside, they have updated it. We've got white cabinets here in the kitchen, a good beige paint that's there. I love how this window is right there at the kitchen sink and overlooks the yard. Looks like granite countertops. Let's go ahead and look at some more pictures. I'll slowly scroll up. So you got a breakfast nook that's off of the kitchen area right here, and that's going to look out onto the backyard. Beautiful master bedroom right over here, and the master bedroom, and then you have, of course, the master bathroom right here, which has a walk-in shower, and it's been fully updated as well. Let me do a zoom in on that, and we can see beautiful. So they have kept up with this home really well. It has been on the market a little bit longer than some of the other listings, so there might be some wiggle room in there for negotiations. Okay, so that is 116 Quinta Cir there in Royse City. And by the way, I failed to mention, this is about 45 minutes from downtown. Now, if traffic is moving on I-30, maybe it's a 35-minute to downtown Dallas. Okay, we're at home number 2. This is 697 Alexander Lane in Royse City also. This one is asking $480K. The square footage on this one is 2,306 square feet. Let's, of course, go look at the outside. The acreage on this one is going to be 1.55 acres. And the good thing about this lot, I've told you this before, I love narrow lots. And I'll show you why I like them so much. I live on a narrow lot on 1.5 acres, and I love it. And this is why. Let me show you this. Okay, so if we're looking at the lot here, I'm going to pull this up, do a little zoom in. And this is on a corner lot. So it's at the corner of Alexander here and then Reagan right there. So this is the front of the house here. Looks out on the Alexander Lane. And then you've got the side entrance to the garage here. This is a 2-car garage. And then come down here just a little bit more on Reagan. It's got another entrance into a shop. So you've got a side entrance there. Now, this is why I like the narrow lots more than the wide lots. Now, if I could have both a wide and narrow lot, okay, there we go. But for 1.5 acres, I think this is great. I like having the house up closer to the street because then in the back, you've got this big piece of land here. So what they decided to do is they went ahead and fenced off a good amount, but not a lot, but they fenced off a good amount here in the back. But there's still plenty of area here to do. Now, if it was me, I'm going to put up trees going along the perimeter here, in the back here, and the perimeter there, just to give myself some privacy. And it really will make you feel like you are out in the country by yourself. I mean, it's still a long piece of property, even if you don't have the trees, and it's still good. You could have a lot of get-togethers here. My house, we had a lot of group gatherings that we would do here in our backyard and that we still like to do. So that's what you're looking at here. Let me go ahead and we'll zoom out and we'll look at some more areas on the property. Okay, so let's zoom in here. And this is the area I was telling you about. So this is not, the only piece of property you have is just where it's fenced in. You actually have this entire piece back here. You also have a covered patio. You can tell right there it's got a metal roof on it. And you are, of course, on septic. Let's see if we can get some more areas to look at over here. Okay, so here's the layout of the house here. There's the layout. Okay, so now let's talk about HOA. You are in a subdivision called Alexandria Ranch Estates, okay? But keep in mind, you're on 1.5 acres. Now, there is an HOA fee, and that's going to run you about $50. So really, it's not much of an HOA. Probably got to keep, they probably do that to help keep up with the roads, is my guess. So you still, can do a lot of things there, I'm sure. I mentioned this already, 2,306 square feet. This is brick construction. It's on a concrete slab foundation. What stands out to me, I'm going to tell you, is going to be the oversized garage that you have that's attached to the property. It's a 24 by 30. And then also you have the detached second shop, which I've already showed you, which is right here. And this could be turned into an office / shop, or just a shop, or you could turn it into, or you could also turn it into just an office. So you've got plenty of area for storage in between the 2-car garage and the shop here too. There's a lot of room between the neighbors' houses. Let's zoom in here. So you've got a couple neighbors across the way there, across the way here, and you can see you've got plenty of room. Now let's look at the inside of the house. Here's another view of it from the side. There it is from the side entrance. Okay, let's take a look at the living room. They have updated it. kind of like this wall over here going into the hallway there. You can see the different pickets there. They've done a really good job there. Now, the furniture doesn't come with it. Let's look at the kitchen. The kitchen could use a little bit of updating, in my opinion. You've got ceramic tile, which looks nice, but nowadays we see more of like a wood finish. Even a laminate finish is a little bit nicer, in my opinion, than ceramic tile, but some people still love ceramic tile. The backsplash could use a little bit of updating, but it still is in good shape. I mean, if you threw on some paint here, you could easily update this kitchen for, I would say, under $8,000, meaning the cabinets, paint them, change the countertops and the backsplash. I would think you get it for under $8,000, that update, and it would really bring it up quite a bit. I mean, there's crown molding throughout the house. I mean, they've kept up really well. It's just the paint colors. I'd probably change it and go more of neutral grays or beiges. That tends to be a little bit more popular now. But I will say in some of the areas of the house, like this room here, you do have some wood floors in there. But again, kitchen, ceramic tile, living room looks like wood floors, like a laminate type wood floor. In the kitchen area, they've updated it with the different colored picket here along the island, which looks good, but there could be some more updates like we mentioned. Okay, so we've got the master bedroom right here. And the master bathroom, you're going to probably have the original countertops and bathroom finishes that were here whenever the house was built. This was built in 2005, by the way, but it's still in really good shape. I mean, for the price, and you got to do a little bit of updates, it's well worth it. Okay, so the listing agent here is Rita Ferris, and she is a wonderful real estate agent. Okay, so that's 697 Alexander Lane there in Royse City. And the location of this house is going to be right around the same. You're probably looking at about a 45-minute to 50-minute drive to downtown Dallas if you want to see the Mavs play, the Stars play, or you work in downtown Dallas, you're looking at about a 45 to 50-minute commute. Okay, home number 3 is 731 Santa Fe Lane in Royse City. They're asking $469,000. They just lowered the price. I just got a message from Dominga letting me know that. The listing agent here is Dominga Cruz, along with Jennifer Martinez. Again, they'll deal with the sellers, and I'd love to deal with you as the buyer on this property. So this property is jumping up a little bit more. We're looking at 1.64 acres, and also the square footage is 2663, and it's 4 bedrooms and 3 full baths on this property. So there's a little bit of a difference on the outside, which I like a lot. I love my brick siding, but I also like the craftsman style look, if you will, that have more of a siding look. So this one, if you look here, I'm going to zoom in, you're going to have siding here combined with some what looks like a cedar wood patio or porch cover there. They have an addition out here where you can have a barbecue with some family or friends. Okay, let's look at the property like I always like to look at, because this property is pretty unique from a construction standpoint. It's pretty cool. It has 2 working shops on it, and one of them actually has a half bath inside the shop. So if you've got hobbies, if you want to have an office in there, you can do that as well. Let's look at the bird's eye view on this property. So let's zoom in here and let's take a look. So again, 1.65 acres. Looks like your neighbor over here has a pond. You're going to come back over here. This property goes right back in this way here, and you've got your 2 shops right here. You also have a little barn, if you will. The house sits back a little bit more from the streets, which is nice. I always like it to sit a little bit closer to the front. On this property, it is nice because you still have a good amount of room in the back there as well. So it looks like back here, you have a barn as also there. You've got a good amount of trees. Now this picture, I'm assuming, was taken during the winter, which is what we're just now about to start coming out of. So these trees, I'm assuming, they're going to have a lot more leaves and look real pretty. Okay, let's go ahead and zoom back out and we'll take a look at the property some more. So here's one of the shops, actually both of the shops right here. And then the second shop is right here, and then you have that storage area over here. Property so far, what I'm seeing, I'm loving the shops. There's the half bath right here that is inside one of the shops. As you can tell, they're real clean. Shop 1, shop 2, that's what we'll call it. Okay, so inside we have what looks to be wood floors, and this is a 1.5 level house. So this is probably the half level or the second floor, if you will. The cabinets appear to be stained cabinets, and they're really well taken care of. I like painted cabinets, but stained cabinets look pretty nice too, and these ones have been taken care of. We've got granite countertops here in the master bathroom area. Again, the master bathroom. And this is a little more updated than the other house that we've saw. And this crown molding throughout. So you can see up above here, crown molding. Baseboards are very nice as well. And I said wood floors, but it appears to be like a porcelain or ceramic tile made to look like wood floors, if I'm correct. And I apologize, Dominga, if I'm wrong on that. You can always correct me. So let's look in the kitchen here. Granite countertops, beautiful backsplash tile. And look at the cabinets. I mean, this reminds me a lot of Chandler cabinets, which do amazing work here actually in the Rockwall area. And the quality here reminds me of that. You see on the sides here, this beautiful craftsmanship. Okay, so there it is. Just a real quick overview of 731 Santa Fe Lane in Royse City. Did I mention that this home was built in 2017? And also you're going to be in the Royse City ISD, and you're looking about a 45 to 50 minute commute to downtown Dallas. Okay, let's go ahead and let's move on to home number 4. Okay, we're at home number 4, and this one is in a whole nother class when it comes to land. This is at 6371 County Road 2520 in Royse City. They're asking $499,900. So this is just right under $500,000. It's been on the market for a little while, and so they brought it down about $50,000. So you got some good room in there to get a good property with good land. So this home is right now at 1,731 square feet. It's modest, built in 2007, brick construction. So it's not the biggest home we've looked at, but you're not paying for the house square footage here. You're paying more for the land, the privacy, and the infrastructure that comes with it. So I didn't tell you this, but I want to tell you now. It's 5.46 acres, not 1, not 2, but 5.5 acres is what you're looking at here. So let's go ahead and we'll scroll up here. Oh, this is 3 bedroom, 2 bath. And yes, from here to get to downtown Dallas, you're looking at about a 45 to 50 minute commute. Okay. So let's go ahead now and let's look at the overall. Unfortunately, they don't have as many photos of the land that I would like to see. With a property like this, I'd love to see a lot more photos of the land, the overall view. So let me go ahead and we'll look at the parcel map, which is right over here. Okay, so this land is going to have, this property is going to be a little bit more narrow, but it has a cutback to make it a little bit more wide. Let me show you right here. Okay, so this is the property right here. I believe it goes here. This is the property line to this corner, comes back to this corner, then comes over here to this corner, comes out this way, back down, out again, and then down. So it's 5.5 acres, 5.45. You've got the house right here. So it's basically in the middle of the land. So you've got a good front yard here and a good back area here. Now, back over here, you're going to have a barn, and also a covered area, a covered parking area as well. So let me go ahead and show you that over here. Okay, so here's the barn, and right now they have horses in it, and it's fenced off with metal pipe fencing all around here in this horse pasture, it looks like. See right over here. If you look closely here, you'll actually see a horse in here right there, so you can see that horse. So all around there, it's all piped off for horses, and there's horses there as well. Here's the house. It goes up, it looks like a gravel driveway, and it's got a covered parking area there. and you have a driveway, concrete there, a concrete walkway that leads up to the front door. So it's a nice, small, modest house. Let's see. So from a construction standpoint, a few things I'd want to look at in person on this one. The soil is listed as unknown, which normally out here it's going to be black clay. I sometimes call it black gumbo. I don't know if that's the correct word for it. But if you want to know more about that, just watch my video about Rockwall and the Rockwall area, and it'll talk a little bit more about that. So with 5.5 acres on a country road access, I'd want to walk the drainage pattern. Just want to make sure it's draining correctly. I wish I had a little bit more photos to look at from a bird's eye view. I don't have that many, but from what I can see on these photos, it looks like it drains pretty well. But again, it's hard to tell just from photos. So let's go ahead inside and look at the house as well. We go ahead and zoom out. Okay. Oh, so you do have covered patio right here as well. Oh, it's got a nice fire pit area in the back where you could have some good parties. Okay, so there are some updates you'd want to do, probably like to the master bedroom. Even though it looks nice, it's been very well kept. It looks like it has the original countertops that came with the house, as well as the original tub, which isn't bad. It looks nice, but I'd change out the countertops and paint the cabinets. If it was me, I'd probably keep the tub in there. They do have what looks like decorative stained concrete floors in the house in some parts. Obviously, this is the master bedroom and it's got carpet, but in the main areas of the house, I believe it is decorative stained concrete. Let's see. Sorry, I've got you zoomed in quite a bit. Okay, so main areas right here. Let's come down here and look at it. Okay, so we've got the living room area. And I don't know why my computer... Okay, we'll zoom in here to the living room. And you are going to see some decorative stained concrete floors. So these floors are very easily maintained. I've had stained concrete floors in almost every one of my houses that I've lived in, and I love them because they're so easy to take care of and they look so elegant. And this is perfect for a ranch house, if you will. I want to give a shout out to Tanya Mercer. She is the listing agent here, and she's been gracious enough to allow me to show you this listing. Okay, so that was number 4. If you're interested in it, just let me know and we can talk more about it. Let's go ahead now and let's go on to the house number 5. Okay, moving on now to house number 5, and this one's a little bit different. I want to say this one's probably my favorite here. I'm not going to lie, because of all the trees on this property. This one looks more like a log cabin. Now, this is my cheap property, I'm going to call it, because it's not quite in Rockwall, and it's somewhat in the area. It's got a Terrell address, which is pretty much Poetry, which is right next to Rockwall and Royse City and all those areas, which is what I call Rockwall in the East DFW area. So we're going to call it that this time. It's on 1.7 acres, and it's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. The square footage is 1,920 square feet, and it was built in 1989. Now, is there an HOA here? There is no HOA here as well. Let's go ahead and let's look at the photos, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm going to go and show you right now. We're going to go to the bird's eye view. Okay, the bird's eye view is pretty stinking awesome. See all the trees? Let's zoom in. So it is covered in trees. That's the lowest price on our list today. Okay, so 1.7 acres. Think about this. Yes, you could clear some of the trees if you wanted to, but if you've got a log cabin feel, do you really want to clear all those trees? Look at this. Looks like we've got a gravel driveway leading up to the house here. And you do have some structures on it. Looks like some covered parking maybe. Oh, look at that. Isn't that awesome? We're gonna have to see what room that is, if that's a spa area or not. But look, you've got a wooden deck. I mean, this is amazing. Let's take a look at it this way. Let's look at it from the front. Okay, so here's what we're looking at. It looks like a wraparound deck right here, wooden deck. And then back this way, you've got covered carport area. Oh, look at this. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the stone wall here, and then connected to the log cabins, and then this beautiful porch. Imagine going out there on your rocking chair, just enjoying being outside. I mean, 1.7 acres. This is amazing. This is a great find. Okay, so look inside here. So this is going to be your living room area. It's all wood. This would be the master bathroom, I believe. Look at that. Isn't that an amazing bathtub? Got rooms over here. The bathroom. Let's look at this walk-in shower. Okay, here's the kitchen area, and it's been updated. Look at this. You got the farm style sink here, the backsplash subway tiles. Can't zoom in anymore on that, but I mean, you've got a fresh coat of paint on the cabinets. It looks like a beautiful gray here on these cabinets, beautiful accent color. And I believe this might be Corian countertops. And I'll have to ask Sarah Naylor about that. Sarah Naylor, if you're seeing this video, let us know, these countertops, are they Corian countertops? She is the listing agent on this beautiful house. There's another view of the kitchen area. Okay, so I was wrong. It wasn't gray. It's got a blue accent color on these on this island here in the kitchen. Now, what's cool is you've got a little loft area right here as well that's overlooking the living area. Let's go back through here. We've got the breakfast nook area, more windows up here for some natural light coming in. Let's look at the open concept design. So I said stone wall on the outside. I thought that it might be a fireplace, but wasn't sure. Now I can see it is a fireplace right here where my mouse is. And then you've got this big open area for a breakfast nook here, the kitchen's here, and then also the living room here. A lot of open light. Look at the rafters here. Oh, the beautiful cathedral ceilings. Okay, so that is home number 5. Oh, and one of the cool things I saw about it, the taxes, I believe on this right here were less than $5,000 a year. I think there they are, $4,305. Okay, so that's 5. Let me just run you through them quick. Number 1, 116 Quinta Circle, 1 acre, 1761 square foot. Great shop setup, been on the market a while, solid value pack. Number 2, 697 Alexander Lane, 1.5 acres, 2,306 square feet, corner lot, oversized garage. Number 3, 731 Santa Fe Lane, 1.6 acres, 2,663 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 2 workshops, fresh listing, a lot of property for the price. Number 4, 6371 County Road 2520, 5.5 acres, horse barn, no HOA. If you want land, that's probably your home. And number 5, 9972 County Road 2434, log cabin, 1.7 acres. If you like that look of the log cabin, which I love, this is probably your home. Now, all 5 of these are under $500K, and they're all in the Rockwall and East DFW area. If any of these caught your attention, or if you want me to put together a list based on your specific situation, how much land you need, what you want to do with the property, what your budget looks like, just reach out, call me. I'm easy to get a hold of. Call or text me. Whether you're thinking about moving in the next couple weeks or you're still a year out, it doesn't matter. I'm happy to talk you through it. And if you want to see more videos like this, breakdowns of real estate properties or real estate acreage out here in the East DFW area, go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to do these regularly. I'm Kenneth Holland, your Dallas-Fort Worth residential friendly realtor.